it's another packed weekend across Europe, and football is. We are not short of entertaining
Of
football this
course.
weekend. Juventus will take on Atlanta in Italy. There is Real Madrid taking on Athletic Bilbao. But I think the center of games across Europe would be in the English Premier League,
Of
and that's where
course.
our focus is going to be. Come Saturday, 12:30. Chelsea are taking on Liverpool. Actually, Liverpool are playing at Anfield. They'll be hosting Chelsea. Both teams have been struggling. Chelsea are lying 10th, Liverpool
Yeah,
are lying
right.
9th on the league table. It's a big game. It would have a huge impact on their domestic seasons in terms of their participation in Europe. Let's look at that game, Chelsea Liverpool. And let's take it from the perspective of Liverpool. How do you expect Liverpool to approach this game?
For Liverpool and Chelsea, it's one of the biggest games in England, undoubtedly. Ever since the Chelsea revolution, that is, Abramovich came in, their meeting had been short of nothing but exciting. Talk of the times of Mourinho and Benitez. Whenever they met, it was a whole blockbuster. So we even got to, so that was that era. We got the Torres era, the Suarez era. So even this recent Liverpool. Um, Unfortunately, it will be very difficult for us to imagine or to experience those things that we experienced over the past years, because most most or both teams are not just struggling, but they are also not struggling on the pitch, but also struggling with injuries. Because if you take that of Liverpool alone, you can get um Atumero, who just came. He had not really played. You have
Don't
him.
even mention Atomelo. Atomelo is not a Liverpool player.
But he's there. You have Nunes, you have Jota, you have Diaz, you have Firmino, you have Van Dijk. The list goes on and on. Chelsea, that one is crazy. You have Broha, you have Chilwell, Pulisic, Zakaria, Mendy, Kante, Sterling, James, Fofa, and you have also a red card for um, the new signing. And the funny thing is that of Chelsea can almost make a team. So both teams are losing integral members of the team. So for Chelsea, for instance, for the past 6 matches, they've not even won a single one. That of
They've actually won one their recent game,
Yes,
winning against Crystal
okay,
Palace.
so they saved the Crystal Palace one, but they haven't. And that of Liverpool, apart from just that of yesterday FA Cup, they've really been struggling. It's topsy turvy here and there. So even their setup alone is a problem. It's going to be a headache for the coaches, because for that of Liverpool, you talk of their backline. Van Dijk is out. Whom do you pair? Is it Joao Matip and what do you call it, Joe Gomez, or what do you do with the midfield? It's been so scanty. The attack. The Nunes was the one who was supposed to spear. There is no Nunes. There is no Jota. There is no Diaz. So it's just Salah. Whom do you pair to Salah? For Chelsea, the least said the better. So for setting up this weekend, I would say it will have to come to who wants it most. Who wants it most. But if it has to do with the trends that have gone over the years, for the past over 10 meetings, you've never had Chelsea go and beat Liverpool in their home. The last time was 2018 September there. And before that, the last time was um, 2014. That was when Conte's time. That was when something like this happened. But until save that time, you've not really had anything of that sort happening. So if you are talking about historical antecedent, then on paper you are just going to go out for Liverpool, because Chelsea hardly wins against Liverpool. But both of them being off form, it is so difficult to predict. Very difficult. What is your take too?
Yeah. So let me put out, guys. If this is Sports 101, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Very, very important. Like our videos. The subscription is very important as you watch us. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and share the link with your friends as well to make sure they subscribe. We are shooting at Calendar Events in Takrady at the Harbour area. Amazing place for your birthday parties, events. If you want any kind of meal, just check them out. It's an amazing scenery. Now, if you look at some few interesting figures and stats about this game, Liverpool is ranked fifth in terms of goals scored per match, which is they are averaging 1.9 goals scored per game, close to about 2 goals. Liverpool have won their last two previous games against Chelsea, so they do have a better head to head against them. Liverpool at the same time are ranked Chelsea are ranked Liverpool, are ranked second in terms of big chances created. They've created 49 big chances. Clearly, they are creating the chances. They are creating the chances, but they are not able to convert them. If you look at Chelsea on the other hand, they are ranked 12 in terms of goals scored per game, 1.2 goals. Chelsea are struggling to create and they are struggling to score as well. And Chelsea have not won an away game in their last 6 games that they've played, and they are ranked 12 in terms of shot per match. So clearly there is a problem with Chelsea's attack. And we saw that in the game against Crystal Palace. They struggled to create chances. They struggled to score goals. If not for Kai Havertz putting in that goal. So for me, Chelsea should approach this game a bit more defensive because they do not have a good record going to the Anfield. They've not beaten Liverpool in their last 2 games. They struggle to play Liverpool in their last 8 games that they've played against each other. They themselves, in their last 6 away games, they've not had a single win. So if you have this record going for you, when you are struggling to score, I think that for the first time, Graham Potter should go into this game a bit more defensive minded. They cannot afford to lose this game. I feel they should try and build on the momentum from the win against Crystal Palace, because the last thing they would want is to be derailed after a win. Then they will come back to they will need to reset. I feel they should go into this game with a bit more defensive mindset. Pack the midfield, pack the defense, literally try to play with a 5-4-1 formation when they have the ball, and when they lose the ball, likewise they could probably go for a 4-5-1 formation, meaning have enough men behind the ball in the midfield, because one, Liverpool themselves have a midfield problem. Liverpool are struggling in the midfield. There've been talk of their aging midfield and Jurgen Klopp seemingly favoring the old men. I mean, just recently there was talk about why Jurgen Klopp cannot bench the likes of Henderson, and the fact that some of the players like Fabinho are struggling and he's struggling to replace them. We may come to that as we conclude on this discussion. But there's a problem with Liverpool's midfield. Chelsea seemingly do have a problem, but they do have enough cover to worry the midfield. Liverpool themselves have an attacking issue. Mo Salah is struggling to score. Their new chap Gakpo, I mean, he's just played about three games with his time at Liverpool, so we cannot really delve on that. But Liverpool have a scoring problem. Their last win against Wolves had to come from Harvey Elliott. Aside that, they struggled up front. So when Liverpool, I'm expecting that Chelsea will approach this game in a more defensive manner. They will have a lot of men behind the ball in terms of the midfield. Then defensively too, we know the problems that the likes of Koulibaly, Kukurea, Thiago Silva are facing in terms of pace. Coming up against a very pacey Liverpool front line in Mo Salah, in Gakpo. If they decide to play, Carvalho up front, these are pacey players, so they do not want to give them the room to run at them. So what you do is you try and mark them defensively, because if you try to give them space, they can outrun you for pace and all of that. So I'm expecting Chelsea to approach this game with a bit more of a defensive mindset. Graham Potter should be a bit defensive. I'm yet to see Graham Potter be a bit defensive, but in this game, I think that he should throw caution to the wind and be a bit more defensive. On the other hand, Liverpool, I think that, like we both agree, these two teams are struggling. They're struggling for form. Liverpool have won one of the inconsistent form they've been in the last 5, 6, 7 seasons. For me, if you look at Liverpool's trajectory into winning the Champions League and winning the league, this is about one of their worst seasons I have seen, in terms of not just the result, but in terms of the performance as well. The performance-wise, this is not the Liverpool team. I think that against Wolves, we saw glimpses of the Liverpool of old, when they were pressing with Harvey Elliott, Carvalho, Cody Gakpo. The front three were pressing, including Mo Salah. They were pressing. If you look at someone like Thiago Silva in the midfield, he was winning balls. He was doing a lot of recovery. I do not know, maybe it was a statement from Liverpool that, hey, we are not dead, but we are still Liverpool. But that was the only time throughout this season I've seen Liverpool play consistently throughout the 90 minutes. they may want to keep up the momentum, especially when they are playing at home at Anfield. I expect them to go and at Chelsea, be very, very attacking minded, exploit the influence of Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robinson, as well as the pace of Cody Gakpo. And I would wish that they would use the young chap Cavallo, because his movement has been brilliant. Anytime he plays for Liverpool, his movement worries a lot of defense. I saw him against Manchester City, and how he was able to shift and move the Manchester City defense was solid. There's Mo Salah as well. If they exploit the pace of their front three, and even the likes of Mo Salah, with, I don't know how he would choose to pair the front three, because he's obviously going for a 4-3-3 when they are when they have the ball. When they lose the ball, it's going to be a 4-2-3-1 with Nunes is out, so it will definitely be Gakpo playing as a lone man up front. So this is how I'm expecting Liverpool to approach the game. Be very, very explosive from the onset. Try and exploit the pace of Gakpo, the pace of Trent Alexander-Arnold, his ability to go forward and create chances, together with Robinson, the ability to combine very well with the midfielders. The only problem for these two sides is they are struggling to score. As much as Liverpool are creating chances, I mean, if you look at the stats, average goals per match, they're averaging at least 2 goals, which is 1.9, is close to 2 goals. But look at chance creation, 49 chances. They are ranked second, but they are not scoring. Liverpool have a goal difference of +9. Chelsea have a goal difference of +1. And this is so unlike Liverpool, likewise so unlike Chelsea in the last 2 seasons. These two teams have been scoring. So clearly there's a problem. If you do not take the game head on in terms of Liverpool, they might not win this game. Chelsea also do not want to lose this game, as well as derail them, because like we have all agreed and we said last week in our build-up game, Chelsea should look at this game, this season, as a reset season for us, because they are lying 10th on the league table. They are 10 points away from the top 4. Liverpool are 9 points away from the top 4. There are about 19 games to go. Yes, a lot of games to go, but I do not think that these two sides will end up playing the Champions League or playing in Europe. Before we probably run up, let's look at Liverpool and the midfield. Which midfield combination would best suit the midfield that Chelsea are likely to put up for Liverpool? Then we look at Chelsea. Which midfield combinations? Because lately we've been seeing Keita, we've been seeing Harvey Elliott, we've been seeing Thiago Alcantara in the middle. Yesterday we saw somebody like Harvey Elliott come in and he scored a brilliant goal. So I think the game against Brighton, which they lost by 3-0, he played Fabinho, Thiago Alcantara, and Jordan Henderson. It didn't work. He seemed to be playing checkers and chess with the midfield. So which midfield combination do you think can do the job for Liverpool?
For me, you see, the type of gameplay that Klopp employs is one that is energy sapping. It's one that drains a lot from the players. When he was in the peak of his powers, that is from 2018, 2019 going, that was when he could use all of these players. For me, it's about time that he cuts loose these old gangs with Henderson, with Fabinho.
So you think that he should go with a young
because
guys?
Harvey Elliott is the only player who has played every single game. So Harvey Elliott should be there.
He should play Harvey Elliott, Thiago
Alcantara.
Then who does he play?
I don't know why he doesn't keep this Curtis Jones guy.
But I think that for steel and for energy, Keita will do. Guys, we don't know about you, but this is our build-up for Saturday, 12:30 game. Liverpool against Chelsea. I think that Chelsea will win this one. I think that, Liverpool will win this one. Hey, Chelsea fans, I'm not giving you false hope. Liverpool will win this one because I think they have Chelsea enough Arsenal to beat Chelsea. Percy is going for a Chelsea draw, but I'm going for a Liverpool win. Make sure you subscribe to Sports 101 and make sure you like our videos. So guys, we're shooting at Calendars event located at the Harbour area. Listen, if you want the best place for your event, for your wedding occasions, your wedding parties, your birthday parties, this is the place to be. Amazing scenery. They're just close to the beach, so expect that you have an amazing weather. But their food is also excellent. They have one of the best pizzas in the Western region, especially in Takrady. So hey, if you find yourself in Takrady over the weekend and you need a place to hang out with the family, with friends, with loved ones, the place to be is Calendar's Events, located in Takrady at the Harbour area.